That's not please. Okay. Good morning, High 10, George Realty. Hope you had a nice weekend. I can't believe that this is almost the end of July, and pretty soon
Right.
we're welcoming the 8th month of the year. Time goes by very fast, I can tell you that, but you just have to make use of your time, good use of your time, and do whatever you have to do. And there's a good news coming in as of June. We have pretty substantial increase in activity. For June, we have like over 4% increase in the housing activity, and I think July figure is going to be even better. But the only bad thing is that the interest rate is still pretty high, 6.7, 6.8. But we cannot let the interest rate dictate our agenda, because as they say, marry the house and take the interest rate. You can always refinance that later on if the interest rate drops down. Because if you wait until the interest rate goes down, the situation will be better. It will be different too, because the price of the houses will be higher, and you'll be paying more of a premium for the house price as well. So if you can afford it, tell your client that this is time to buy it, and then they can refinance in case the interest rate goes down. So that's my advice, But whatever your clients is suitable for, you can talk to them and assist them to get the property they want. So anyway, today we have Unita Wu as our affiliate spotlight. But before we introduce her, let's start with other affiliates first. Let's begin with John Wax. John?
Thank you, Peter, Michelle, for allowing us to be here and be a part of your meetings. Just want to say, you guys, hey, the weather is hot. The market is still hot. People need consultations. They need your assistance. They may not be ready there to sell, but you can get them in the mindset, number one, consult with them on the market, and then also help them be a concierge and help them get the services they need to get in a position to sell their homes. You want to be their one-stop shop, including real estate. And that's the best way to go right now. I will always say this: order a report, your Snap and H report, take it with you on your listing appointment. But for sure, once you get the listing, get the report. There's no penalty to you or your client. You only pay if it closes escrow. Remember, you do need it for leases. We're the only one with the free lease report, flood zone only. And also, remember, if it's in a fire zone, I'm here to help you and consult with you on anything NHD, but to help you fill out the FHDS CAR form appropriately. And I bring you 32 years of experience. And let's have a great end to July. Can you believe it? It is going fast. Before you know it, we'll be at Christmas. Thank you.
Wow, Christmas already.
Well, like I said, it's going faster and faster.
Wow. I would want to wish that the clock so fast, Okay, all right. Thank you, John. And next we have Angie Tang from First American Title. Angie, good morning.
Good morning, Peter. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Hi 10. Hi, Unita. Looking forward to hearing your talk today. I'm Angie Tang with First American Title. And as you know, fraud keeps on rising because of AI and all these things that are getting implemented by all the fraudsters. So as you know, First American's always up on high alert with all these different fraud things. So FTM, which is our fraud title monitoring, it gives you like 24-hour property monitoring, alerts for new activities, and policy access and claim support. So we keep adding more and more repertoire to more and more to our repertoire to counter the fraud that's happening. Again, there's First on Fraud podcast. There are approved notaries through First American Title that we have to work with because there's a lot of actually fraudulent notaries as well. So we're always trying to implement new things. We've also just added a new a new division for helping with translations. So in the event that you need a translation, it's live, it's active already. I think we sent out an email blast. Having this new system in place for all the agents and clients. So it's easier to understand and do transactions, worldwide with more flow and ease of understanding exactly what people are saying to each other. Because if you can't translate it, sometimes things get missed through miscommunication. So that's another development that we've had on our forefront. Angie Tang, First American Title, here to help you grow your business and, of course, secure it. Thank you.
Thank you, Angie. Thank you very much. All right, next we have Nancy Chen from Lawyer's Title. Nancy, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Market is good. And I always tell people, in a bad market, there are people making money. In a good market, there are people that didn't make any money. It's really entirely up to you. We have all the tools, all the title company. Everybody has the tools. Your co-op banker used to have all the tools, but now it's not the tools. It's up to you. How much time you're going to put into your farming? How many times are you going to put into getting the people to know what kind of service you provide? It's a people business. All the technology is there to help you. We have it, First American have it, you need to have it. We all have it. It's applying that to your daily routine. Like we talk about habit, right? You get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, it becomes a habit. They say that good habit takes about 3 weeks to form, to be really imprinted in your brain. So if you start doing things for 3 weeks, I'm sure that you're going to have some results. And I think right now there's so many distractions, but I'm reading my Facebook, my WeChat, my Line, my everything, and you're not focused on what you're supposed to be doing. So I think I'm refocusing. This is the second half of the year. We still have months and months to make money. So change your routine. Think about, if you get off this meeting, write down 3 things that you need to do to increase your business. I think that will help a lot. Really think about what you can do. 3 things, just simple. And that's what we used to do when we do planning and goal setting. So I'm just giving you a little bit of hint. It is entirely up to you. We're all here to help you. All the affiliates here to help you with our experience, with our technology, with our systems. We have the dynamic farms. We have Lawyers Agent One. We have all that. But how are you going to use it? So call us, and then what we can do to help you. I've been here for 45 years, and I can't think of a day I'm going to retire. Peter, you tell me when you're going to retire. Maybe we'll do it together.
Yeah. We will tie together. How's that?
How's that? Yeah, we'll have a big party, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for your support, your friendship, and Unita, have a good one. Nancy Chan, Lawyer's Title, I'm always here to help you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Nancy, you're so right. The good habits takes about 3 weeks to form. And in the beginning, it's kind of resistant, but once you break that threshold, it's easy. Once you get the habit, you do it automatically every day, and you get to do it very easily. So, yeah, listen to Nancy's advice. That's good advice. All right. Any affiliates in the training room?
Yes. Hold on.
Okay. Yolanda, I knew it was you.
Hi, Yolanda Martinez at WFG National Title Company. Do not follow in my advice, but I am retiring. After 44 years, I'm going to be selfish. Family time. And I'm so excited to spend family time. But anyhow, the best way to describe it, I want to thank you, Peter. I want to thank you, Michelle, and the whole High 10 Partners, George Realty. Thank you so much for all your thoughtfulness and support. The best way I can describe my experience here is we started as clients, we became friends, and we ended up family. Thank you for allowing me to be part of this amazing family. I have nothing but happy memories here, and I just want to say I'm going to miss you. And it's not goodbye. I'll see you later. Besides, Peter, you said I can stop by.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you. And I'm leaving you in
Good.
better hands. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So I'm here to announce Paige Gomez.
Hi, Sage. Oh, long time no see.
I'm
How
so
are
excited, and
you?
I'm gonna let her do her pitch. Thank you. Love you guys. Wishing you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Yolanda.
It's so bittersweet. I can't fill Yolanda's shoes. Yolanda is a legacy. She is an OG, and I'm just so blessed to be able to work for the same company as her and for her to give me the opportunity to fill in her shoes. And I do know a lot of you guys from back in the day when I did NHG. So thank you for allowing me to come back into the office. And again, I'm not Yolanda. Yolanda is magnificent. And I'm happy to come in and hopefully fill her shoes. So thank you guys again for the opportunity. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you.
All right. Thank you,
Thank
Sage.
you.
Thank you very much. All right. I think there is all the affiliates. So as I said, the Unita Wu from HWA, the home warranty is our affiliates spotlight today. And as you know, the Unita is the 13-month warranty. And she's going to tell you all about her products in today's presentation. Thank you, Unita. Go ahead. You have to unmute. You have to unmute yourself.
There we
Okay.
go. Actually, do you mind if I share something, Michelle or Peter? Maybe
Yeah,
you could.
Michelle, can you enable the?
There you go.
to share?
Can you see it? Can you share?
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Let me see. Which one is it? All right. So I just want to say hello to everybody and thank you so much, Hi-10, Peter, Michelle, and everyone here to join me today. Just a little bit about something about myself. This is my whole family. You know, we have two little girls. It's not too little anymore. This past week, actually, the big one just turned 17. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
You know, it's kind of bittersweet too, because like this is gonna be her last summer because before she's gonna go to the college, so we're gonna definitely miss her. But time flies really, but you know, we're enjoying it together as a family. But I've been with the HWA. Some of you guys don't know me, I started 20 years ago with the same company, and I'm still here in the same home warranty. So I just want to say thank you again for your continued support. This is like her recent pictures so that you could see from the difference on the pictures. And this is the last one. And we went on a vacation, and of course the USC, because my husband's a USC. And we also won the 360 US News as the best home warranty company because we do pay out claims, right? At the end of the day, we want to make sure that we do pay out claims and taking care of the client to have that partnership with you guys. And about Home Warranty for America, we are the 13 months home warranty, like what Peter was saying. So we do give additional 1 month free. Everyone is always asking, like, when is this 1 month free? It's always start on the day you close escrow all the way down to 13 months, right? And a lot of people, they don't know what's covered into the home warranty. We do cover like the unknown pre-existing condition, your heating system, and the appliances in your home, like your range, your oven, your cooktop, your plumbing system. And we also cover the rekey, right? So if you close escrow, maybe like Camille just closed escrow, and then she's like, her client said, hey, I want to be able to change my lock automatically. Yes, you could do it even the next day or the day that close of escrow. You could be able to change that key as well. And we have different many appliances that is covered too, like roof leak repair. If you guys have a roof, because you know winter is going to be coming soon. There's going to be a lot of roof leak repair needing slowly. And also pool and spa right now, a lot of people having like summertime, so we've been seeing a lot of more claim on the pool because maybe their heating, their pumping, or their filter is not working. So we do cover those items as well, right? So these are all my brochures. So if you guys do need a copy of the brochure, please send it over to me. I would love to be able to work with you and let me know if you need a PDF brochure. Maybe it's in English. We do have one in Chinese Mandarin. We have one in Spanish. So if you guys need one, please do let me know so I could be able to send you guys a copy as well. These are the new program that we have, like the Financial Shield. The Financial Shield is kind of free, including into our main program on the Platinum. That's including the home title monitoring. I know that a lot of the title gal here, Angie, Nancy, whoever, always talk about fraud, 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 right? This is something that we do comes included. So a $120 plan for that first year is free. As long as they gave us the email address and phone number, then you could be able to go ahead and get that for free for the client to get that taken care. We also just want to let you know we do have 2 years plan, 3 years plan, or 5 years plan. And this is not only for the real estate transaction, but it's also work for maybe like a Peter or somebody like, have a property for so long, their client that wanting to have a home warranty. I used to put them in the 2 years, 3 years plan if possible, because they get 10% off. And then every year they got additional 1 month free. So for 2 years, they got 2 months free. 3 years, they got 3 months free. 5 years, they got 5 months free. This is actually a good deal because you get 10% off upfront instead of getting renewal, right? Because the renewal comes pretty quickly. Every year, if you've seen like your car insurance, they all come like every year, and then guess what? They always have that renewal fee, right? So if you want to bypass that, this is a good option to you to have as well. And we also have a property over 5,000 square footage. So if your property is in a bigger area, maybe you're helping with a client with over 5,000, 7,500 square footage, or even 10,000 square footage, please do let me know. We do deal with over 10,000 square footage too, okay? These are pretty much what the appliances that we kind of cover. If you have any question, once again, make sure you reach out to me directly. This is my information. You could CC me and the escrow when you open escrow, so we could be able to help pick out the best program and CC everybody a copy so there's no confusion. Because sometimes there is like ADU, there is a pool, like, somebody doesn't tell me, right? So then I wouldn't know because we don't go to the property. So it's good to have a good communication. At the end of the day, we just want to see you win, and then we could be able to work together and help out your client as much as possible. I do speak English, Chinese, Mandarin, and Indonesian, and whatever you guys need, we're here to help you as a team. And thank you again for letting me be here. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Unita. Do you when you have a 3-year program, 5-year programs, was there a substantial discount for those programs?
Yes, it's a 10% off, and you get 1 month free a year. So then 2 years you get 2 months free, 3 years you get 3 months free, and 5 years you get 5 months free, and you get 10% upfront.
I see. That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, it is, because like for my in-law, I usually put them in a 2 years, like, or 3 years plan, because then they're older. They don't want to deal with the renewal every year, right? So then, and plus they increase. We are going to be increasing price coming up after the summer. So then that price is going to go up for people that renewal next year too. So price always increase because especially right now is inflation. Everything is so expensive.
So do you take a policy for non-purchase properties? In other words,
yes. Yes. So then with that, they could buy under the realtor name, and then we could give them the same price with the real estate transaction. Okay. It is the best price for it. I'm sorry?
Do you think it's worth it for non-purchase properties?
We have so many of them, especially investor, like people that live different country from Taiwan or China or maybe the Hong Kong or whatever they located. They do purchase the warranty because they're technically not here. And then once again, they don't want to drive. Like, for example, I'll give you an example. My mom lived in Northern California, right? I put a home warranty for her because there's no way, because I know when she has issue, even a small issue, like a plumbing issue, she's very nervous. And she wants like me to handle everything, right? And then I'm technically here, she's there. It's really hard. But then I think like calling somebody in the home warranty world that the vendors, first of all, have license. and they are already kind of know who is that vendor coming from what company. For my mom personally, she feels more comfortable, right? Because she's older, she's a one lady that live in the house. She doesn't want anybody to come in, so she doesn't feel comfortable at all. And I know my brother's there, but then he's always busy, so they don't have time to do anything. And having a vendor, they go directly and fix it for her is a life changing, especially for me too, because I want her to be taken care at the end of the day.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's good. Okay, thank you very much. Any
Yeah,
question
thank
for
you.
Unita from anybody?
If you guys
Okay.
want to do one-on-one, just let me know. I would love to do one-on-one with you guys, and also put my information on the chat, so you could more than welcome to reach out to me directly.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. If no question for Unita, I would like to continue the meeting. And as you know, we don't have, I don't know whether everybody have the schedule for July. We don't have any lunch and learn this week, but we do have a Friday training on TOBA. It's called the Tenant Occupied Properties. Michelle will present that, and as well as other relevant forms. So it should be a good chance to revisit the TOBA provision in your purchase. Okay, and any more things that you want to announce, Michelle?
No, just I think that as everybody said, it's a great time for prospecting. The year's marching along, and we have plenty of time to get out and door knock, make some phone calls, and get some business. So we're looking forward to seeing that.
Okay, great. So would you like to tell us what's happening in the listing and sales of the
Yeah.
in the office, please?
So the new escrow for last week, 8152 Painter Avenue in Whittier. Justin Zhao, that's a commercial property. It's 5+ units at 1.850. North Atlantic Boulevard, 165 Atlantic Times Square. That was a lease that was Shumay-Cam is dual, and that value is 263 on that lease, 263,000. New listings, 4917 Encinita Avenue, which resides on the MLS under residential and commercial. It is a property that's very unique in Temple City. It's got a house in the front and a great warehouse in the back, and you can pull right through the warehouse further back in the property, and there's another huge storage shed and additional parking. So if that's something a client's looking for, I would recommend you go see the property. That is listed at 1.385. 11920 Bingham Street in Cerritos. That was a residential lease, $4,800 a month by Ming Lee. 2212 Shirley in West Covina. That is a residential listing, 858,000. Gary Lee is the agent. 56 East Duarte Road, number 320 in Arcadia. That is Cody and Cindy. 958,000. That's a condominium. 400 Prospect Avenue in Monrovia. 2,050,000. That is Shumay and Harrison Cam. It's a very nice residential property. 516 West Bin Camp in San Gabriel, 1.238. That's residential. That's Tricia Nguyen. And our closed escrow was 6555 North Indian Canyon in Palm Springs. Michael Radlovich was dual. 935,000. That was a commercial on a good sized piece of land in Palm Springs. So congratulations to everybody.
That's good. Michelle, you mentioned that the Temple City one is 4917 and Encinita is both a residential and commercial.
It's listed on the MLS. You can, if you're searching for it, any of the agents, it's in the commercial and residential. So just put the address in and it'll pop up.
Okay, but as far as the Coa Banca commercial is concerned, would it be counted as commercial real estate?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you for the clarification. Any question for Michelle? Anybody want to pitch in the listings or sales or leases?
I want to pitch.
Camelia, yes, go ahead.
I have a wonderful property in the city of Highland, which is in the city of San Bernardino. It's 20 living square feet. It's up in the foothills. It passed the fire inspection. It's got a large lot and it has a 180-degree view of, the city, fireworks, different things. It's just a spectacular view. You could see the sunset or you could see the sunrise. It's 3 bedrooms, but technically it was 4 bedrooms. They took down a wall to make it as open office, and 2 bathrooms. It has solar panels, so they only pay $35 a month for electricity, and they can run the AC all the time.
Wow.
So anyway, it's only $580,000. So it's a great property because it's already moving condition. So if somebody wants to buy it to rent it out, it would be great.
How much you rent you can get it from that property, Camelia?
How much rent?
Yeah, if you rent it out.
Well, I mean, it's a 3 to 4 bedroom. I guess I would have to check. Sorry, Peter.
Okay. Approximately. Maybe you can rent for what, at least 2,500, right? For the
Oh,
property.
for sure. Oh, for sure.
And then it's a good deal, It's for as an investment property, you can get
Yes.
the return from that.
Yes.
So yeah, good, very good. Any question for Camelia? Anybody else want to pitch their properties? Any change in price?
Peter,
Yes, Mary?
I'm working on a listing and Michelle has been very helpful, but I'm trying to finalize things with the owner, hopefully tomorrow. So I do have a couple of questions for Michelle later, hopefully this afternoon.
Okay, yeah,
I
should
look forward to that. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Michelle.
Okay, great, thank you. Anybody else? Okay, if nobody else have any questions or picture of a property, and let me share something with you today. I think it's very popular, well, not popular, but very current. Because last time when I went to the town hall meeting with the California Association of Realtors, we really had a concern about the increase in lawsuits about the CIPA, which is the California Invasion of Privacy Act, that has been going on for almost a year and a half or 2 years now, and it's getting worse and worse. And there are a lot of crazy attorneys are jumping into the boat. Trying to instigate some lawsuits about the invasion of privacy, and it is it's real, and although it's not a very big lawsuit, but it's a nuisance lawsuit where most of the time it's settled for $8,000 or less, but still this is very real for the people who have the website for the business. And this is something that you should be aware of. So that's why I want to take this time and to alert you with this kind of things going on in the real estate industry. Okay, so what I will be covering today is I'm going to tell you what CIPA actually is and why it suddenly becomes matter, why it becomes more severe now, and how the websites gets exposed. And also the compliance requirements, and I will also tell you what the penalties are and your action plan. Okay, this is for a very routine coverage on the CIPA. Okay, and as you know, the CIPA come to light in 1967, and the main purpose for the CIPA is for the wiretapping at that time. Because at that time there was it was it just started and getting more popular where people wiretap your telephone conversation and other things. So the court will say that any pen, register, or trap and trace device will be covered by the CIPA, and you have to get permissions before you can record the conversation or do anything to get the information from the other parties. But now the court interprets that cookies and trackers. You know what cookies and trackers are? Those are little things that memos that they put in their website that tells you or record some memory of what you have done with the website, including how many, what's the traffic in the website, what kind of information that you're getting from the visitors. And those cookies and trackers, the court interprets that they fall into the area of pen, register, and trap and trace device. So those cookies and the trackers will be subject to the CIPA definition of pen, register, and trap and trace devices. So they have to get the permission before they can collect those informations. And once the court decided that, the attorneys who are suing for website accessibility and also website compliance, they get the green light to sue anybody who are in violation of those cookies and trackers that has not gotten any permission from the visitors to collect the information. So it's a big deal now for those ADA or accessibility claims for the websites, and it's getting very, very popular. And some of my friends already get sued for that, and this is kind of a new area of lawsuits that is not tested yet, but they are always trying to negotiate a settlement for $8,000 to $10,000 per case. And it's not a whole lot of money, but it's still a nuisance, and it's more expensive to defend the case than to settle it. So most of the time you choose to settle it. But you don't want to get in that situation, so you want to be prepared so that you won't get in trouble being sued. So the danger of being sued is real, because the minimum civil penalty is $5,000, and it also carries a criminal penalty for if it is outrageous, and you can carry a penalty of a prison sentence as well as 2,500 fees per violations. So it has both the criminal as well as the civil components, and that's why the lawyers love this kind of lawsuits, because they give you they get you either way. Either you settle or you put a lot of expenses in defending the case. So so how does the simple analytic tools become a legal trigger? Well, when you put something in the website as a cookies or tracker, then which is the standard practice for almost every business website. You will get it. You try to get analytic data as to how many people has visited and what pages they view, and other on-site activity. And as soon as you do that, the court classify the two as the pen, register, or trap and trace devices under the CIPA. So if you are doing this kind of thing, then it automatically gets into the subject of a CIPA, and then according to the CIPA, you have to get the consent from your customer or the visitors in the website. And if you don't get that, you're in violation of CIPA. And that is mandatory. It's not just optional. So a lot of the trackers, these kind of things, IP addresses, email addresses, browser settings, device metadata, or the operating system and things like that. So these are the cookies and the trackers that you collect in the website. And there are only 3 ways that you can legally get consent under the CIPA. One is, of course, get the visitor's consent directly. And the second is to stay within the limited use exception, which is for your internal use and also for the to prevent the fraud activities, which is a very narrow exception. Or the third way is to obtain a court order. But obtaining a court order is out of question because it's usually, as you know, that the CIPA is usually for wiretapping, and unless you're involved with FBI or the criminal enforcement divisions, you're not likely to get a court order for the CIP for the exception for the CIP or the consent for the CIPA. And the limited use exception is seldom you seldom qualify because it only apply narrowly to fraud prevention as well as the site security. So the only practical way is to get the visitor's consent. And how do you get the visitor's consent? The 3 things that you have to do. It must be reasonably conspicuous and in the website. So in other words, you have to make it really obvious. You cannot bury in small prints, hoping that the visitor will miss that. And you have to be in the font and colors that contrast with the background, not just blended in. And it has to be clearly visible and not hidden somewhere on the page. And also you have to get the consent before you collect the data. So that's very important. And the court already held that the simple having just the terms of use that is routine in the disclaimer is not going to be adequate for the consent purposes. So it doesn't constitute the consent. You must have gotten the consent specifically from the visitors. So the complaint, the compliant notice will look like this. You have your regular website here, and then you have a clearly defined area where you said this site uses cookies to measure traffic and improve your experience. And then you give them a chance to decline or accept. If they go decline, and you cannot let them use your website, and if they accept, then you direct them to the area where they can actively use the website. So the penalty, as I told you, is real. They carry criminal prosecution of prison terms as well as $2,500 per occurrence, and also you can sue civilly for $5,000 plus and plus the 3 times actual damages. Now this civil lawsuit is what is mostly employed by the lawyers and to get the lawyers' fees. So most likely they will sue you in a civil court and ask for the violation damages as well as the actual damages. So what are you going to do next week? Well, you have to go to your website and audit your website and see what kind of cookies and trackers that you have put in your website. Now, these kind of things are kind of technical. sometimes I don't even know where I put in the website because it was designed, my website was designed by the professional. So I have to ask the person who designed my website and find out what are the cookies, the characters they have put in the website. And then they have to put the consent in this conspicuous way or conspicuous places to get consent from the visitors, and also check the consent banner to see whether it's conspicuous enough and obvious enough to before you collect those data. And don't rely on the privacy policy alone, because even the terms and conditions or any waiver in your website is not adequate enough. You have to actively get the permission or consent from the visitors. And also, it's a good idea to consult your legal counsel and see how you can adequately prevent that violations. So remember 3 things at least, that your ordinary site analytic can trigger CIPA liability. And this is not a joke. This is not a hypothetical. It's a real thing, okay? And, and it's happening. And if you don't do anything, sooner or later it will happen to you. When you get served with the summons, that's too late. Okay, and so also privacy policy alone is not consent. It's not enough. You need a clear, visible, and then consent, and it has to be there. You get the permission before you do the other trackers and the cookies, and that the penalty can compound after each violation, and it's per violations, and it can add up pretty fast. And so get ahead of it now, and it's cheaper than defending a claim later. Okay, so this is the advice I gave also to my agents, and hopefully they can be better prepared for this CIPA induced lawsuits. Okay, any questions? Any questions so far? Anybody? Camelia?
Yeah, do you have any recommended website programmers?
I'm just consulting IT person. I don't have a particular one that I used to, but I can find out for you.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe put it on the resources, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Agent resource.
We can do that.
That's where I'll look. And then I have a question regarding privacy.
Okay, sure.
When we use Rent Spree, that private information that the client inputs stays in Rent Spree. And I'm just wondering, are we liable for that information being on Rent Spree? Because Rent Spree never deletes it.
Rent is free?
Rent Spree is a program that the MLS ties us into for the tenants to input their application information, and that information is very sensitive.
Yeah, I think they have their own privacy requirements, so you have to ask them. I'm not too familiar with that Rent Spree program.
Okay, so I'll talk to them, I guess.
Yeah, talk to them. All right, anything else? Any questions? Yeah, this is when I was in the town hall, they have a lot of discussion about the CIPA. It's kind of scary because we may remember a year ago that there's a lot of lawsuits regarding the accessibility of the website, and we haven't even got through with that, and now there's another one coming in, and we have to deal with that again. It's ridiculous. Anyway, we just have to deal with what we have to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Any things that you guys want to share with us and open forum?
This is Camelia. I love sharing.
Yeah, go ahead.
I did an open house and there were so many unrepresented buyers. So I thought, oh, this is good. People need to do open houses because buyers are coming in.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so
that's good.
I did have
That's
some
good.
lenders sit with me, a different one on Saturday and a different one on Sunday. And I think that they were able to get business too.
Yeah, the reason I think is because that nowadays you're required to have a BRBC before you can take your clients to see the houses. But there's some buyers who don't want to commit themselves to a particular agents. They will just go by themselves and unrepresented.
Right. A
So
lot of
it's a
people
good
don't
time.
know.
Huh?
Right. A lot of people don't know. So they're just
Yeah, a lot of people, right. Yeah. Good idea. Thank you for the suggestion. Okay, anybody else? Okay, now if anything else that you need later, Michelle and I will be glad to help you out, and so you can always come to see us. Okay. All right. If nothing else, I will adjourn the meeting. I'll see you next week. Yeah.
All right.
Nice one. Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody. Have a good
Bye-bye.
week.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
See you next week.